Good evening. Can I have your guys' attention for just a moment? Appreciate you guys being here. We're going to open up the food for dinner. So if you guys would cautiously work your way back to the buffet line and get you guys a plate of food, we'll get things started off pretty quick. Thank you.
First things first, get the football. High end overhead kick. That will hit at the 7 and bounce into the end zone. Good job there by Cam Shanks.
Good evening, everybody. I want to first off welcome you guys to the 2025 Springdale Athletic Foundation Hall of Fame Banquet. I appreciate you guys being here. First of all, I would like to do a little bit of introduction here. The Springdale Athletic Foundation, well, I guess back up, my name is Donald Tucker. I'm the Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. I serve a board on the foundation. If you give me just a moment, I'd really like to recognize them. In that back row back there is Jodine Davenport, Caroline Eubanks, Zach Pinalto, Alex Tejada, and that's Dr. Simeon Hensey. Also on the board is Dusty Graham and Elizabeth Sullivan, and the executive director for the Springdale Public Schools Athletics is Keith Fimple, serves on the board as well. Tonight we also have Springdale Public Schools board member Randy Hutchinson with us. So the Springdale Athletic Foundation, our purpose really is to invest in athletics here at Springdale Public Schools. So we support the kids, the coaches with athletic facilities, video boards, equipment, uniforms. Basically we try to fill the needs to make the experience even better. So we're investing in the kids, so basically we're asking them to invest in their community and be a part of that just to make Springdale a better place. And I thought, what a great night that we can honor some of the past athletes as they come here and celebrate a little bit of history, a little bit of what they've done, and hear some great stories from back in the day. So I appreciate you guys being there. So without further ado, I'll stop yelling at you, and I'm going to introduce the MC for tonight. He's the voice of the Harbor Wildcats this year. His name is Brad Spurlock. Brad.
Good evening, everyone. We can try that again. Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here tonight, and Donald asked me to do this. Zach Orange usually is the MC of this program, and he had other obligations, so this is my first night doing this. If I mess anything up, I want to apologize first to families. I did not mean to butcher names or anything, but we'll do our very best tonight to honor all the selection of these honorees tonight. So it is a great honor once again. I'm a former Springdale alum myself, so looking over the crowd, seeing former coaches and former some people that I graduated with here a while back. So it is a great honor to do this tonight. So without further ado, let's start our program tonight. And our first honoree is Hunter Kissinger. Hunter is a former Harbor High School football player from 2011. He's a Springdale native and Harbor Wildcat. Hunter Kissinger ranks third all-time in career tackles and helped lead the Wildcats to the 2009 Arkansas State Championship. Junior and senior all-conference honors, a 3-year starter at the University of Louisiana Monroe. Hunter was voted team captain by his peers, and he earned first-team All-Sun Belt and All-Louisiana honors in 2015, and also second-team All-Sun Belt honors in Louisiana in 2014. He finished with over 300 career tackles, ranking top 10 in the program history, and he graduated with a business degree in business administration. And before he participated in a rookie minicamp with the New York Jets. Beyond the field, he started a reading program at Young Elementary that continues to inspire students and athletes today. He is passionate about spending time with the Kissinger team in his role as a husband to Maggie and a father to Zaya, Zoe, and their soon-to-be arriving son. He has spent his professional career developing leaders in the local community and building teams in a small business. I present to you our first inductee tonight to the Springdale Hall of Fame, Mr. Hunter Kissinger.
Thank you all. It's an honor to be here. Actually, I think they were just asking me earlier, like, hey, you gonna give a speech? And I'm like, I don't really know, but hey, here we are. I just really want to say thank you to everybody for tonight, putting on this event, and allowing us to be able to celebrate all the athletes that are here. For me, being up here on this stage is pretty awesome. Growing up in Springdale and being able to see what Springdale has been able to do in the last 20 years within our athletic facilities and programs. I still remember when they were putting out the turf field at Springdale High and how huge of a deal that was for the Springdale community, that, you know, the facilities were advancing really for the state. And so a little bit about me in that was, I was a kid that was tracking that 05 Springdale team from a little boy, and that fed every bit of my passion for the sport of football. And so I was there every Friday night, and I was a little kid that once I saw people from Springdale be able to go pursue, play college football, it motivated me deep down inside my bones. It's like, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. And so that's what's really allowed me to be where I am today, is due to those who've gone before me, really putting the passion of Springdale football into the hearts of young kids. And so it's been really cool to be able to stand up here and receive this award. And it's a lot of hard work that's put into being able to accomplish some of the things that all the athletes have here. But a lot of it goes back to Springdale and the coaches that I had along the way. Greg Simpson at Harbor High, I never would have gotten to where I would be today as an athlete without him. One of the things he used to always do is he'd never tell you the answer for anything. So you'd be in a film room asking a question, and he would respond with a question, and always challenged me to think beyond to where I didn't need him out on the football field. And so I'm really appreciative of him specifically in my athletic career. I wouldn't be where I am without his investment into me. And that investment from coaches started at such a young age. And today, I have 2 kids of my own, and my daughter's now in Springdale sports. And she actually just finished her first Little League season. They were the champions. So we have another champion. And but once again, it was really cool. And I wasn't the coach. There was another coach there, and they were investing in these kids, and that's where it starts. And so I appreciate the Springdale Athletic Foundation for putting on this event and really the investment back in the community. Without that investment, I wouldn't be here today. And so thank you all, and appreciate y'all having me here.
Thank you, Hunter. Our next honoree is here for the meritorious service for the Athletic Foundation. His name is Ken Matthews. Ken is a 1968 graduate of Springdale High School, and during his school athletic career, he earned all-conference honorable mention as a defensive tackle for the Bulldogs. He began coaching youth baseball in 1981 and continued for 25 years. He coached Kiwanis Kids Day and youth football for 30 years until 2022. He's also spent 2 years coaching youth soccer and 6 years coaching boys and girls youth basketball from 1986 to 1992. From time to time, he's also coached girls and women's softball from 1990 to 2020. Ken thanks his family for their support during his many years of coaching and giving of his time so that hundreds of kids could have a positive experience with sports. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for the induction to Springdale Hall of Fame, Mr. Ken Matthews.
First of all, I want to thank the foundation for giving me this honor. It's been a long time. I'm not an athlete that deserves it. I was a pretty good athlete. I played baseball and football, but I guess as a kid, I just didn't want to quit playing. I started playing baseball when I was like 8 years old, and I played as long as this body could handle it. And then when I got into high school, or junior high and high school, there's only so much football you can play unless you go on farther. And so I decided I'd just go ahead and coach. Whenever my kids got a little older, I decided to go ahead and coach whatever sport they wanted to play. And it just took a toll on the family for a little while because I was always gone. I was gone whenever I was coaching 2 or 3 sports. I was gone about 4 nights a week. And but the thing was, my kids was with me. So it was still a family. It's still a family affair. But it's kind of rewarding to have all these teams that you coach. I probably coached, I'd say, a couple of thousand kids in this town over the years, and then I wanted to make a positive influence on them. I didn't want to be rough with them. I wanted to be stern with them if that's what it took. But I just wanted to let them have a good time. I didn't want someone hollering at my kid over nothing, and I wasn't going to do that to anyone else's kids. I was going to make sure that they had a good experience. Now, coaching's not easy when you're dealing with little 9, 10-year-old kids when you first start out. I thought it'd be easy, but it's not easy. you know, and I wasn't even good at it when I first started. But I kept it up, and I kept it up, and finally, you know, it become an easy thing, you know, to organize. That's a lot of what you got to do when you're coaching little kids. You got to organize, get them in the right spots, get them in the right frame of mind to play together. And so, you know, I guess I just didn't want to grow up. You know, I just kept wanting to be in sports as long as I could be in sports, and the only way I could do it was coaching. And so, I want to thank everybody and thank the foundation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. Our next honoree is Miss Morgan Neal, Harbor High School softball 2015. Morgan Neal is a 2015 graduate of Harbor High School. She started playing softball when she was 8 years old, and she played for various travel organizations throughout Tulsa, Tulsa Elite, and teams North Florida. Morgan was a 4-year letter winner at Harbor High School between 2012 and 2015. And she was named Newcomer of the Year as a freshman in 2012. She was a 4-time All-State and All-Conference selection, and she also earned all-tournament honors at the state championship in 2012 and 2015. As a senior, Morgan hit .505 with 35 RBIs, 12 doubles, and 7 triples. She was second-team All-American selection in high school by Flow Softball and was ranked as a top 100 player nationally after high school. Morgan played college softball at the University of Tulsa, where she received a degree in exercise and sports science and won 3 conference championships throughout her career. Morgan hit over 300 with 110 runs, 38 doubles, 4 triples, 6 homers, and 110 RBIs in 230 career games. She ranked 7th in games started with 230, 6th in career doubles with 38, 8th in career hits with 217, and 9th on the career RBI list. She was voted to the All-Rookie team as a freshman and was a 2-time conference All-Tournament selection. Voted to the All-Rookie team as a freshman, she was a 2-time conference in that selection, and after graduation, Morgan attended University of Arkansas for medical sciences, where she got her doctorate in occupational therapy. She currently works as a pediatric occupational therapist with children and with special needs. I present to you for induction to the Springdale Hall of Fame, Miss Morgan Neal.
I had to write some stuff down. Public speaking is not really my forte, so bear with me. But I want to first say thank you to the Athletic Foundation for this honor. When I started playing at Harbor in 2012, our field was at Central Junior High, and for any of you guys that have been there, you know that it's not really the most luxurious field that has ever been. I'll never forget my senior year when I was injured. I spent my practices picking up rocks, picking weeds at the field so that maybe we had some less bad hops during our games. But now looking at where the Athletic Foundation has taken Springdale schools and the facilities, it really is a testament to the foundation and the things that they put into the Springdale schools to help make student athletes be successful. There's a lot of people that I'd like to thank, some that are here and some that aren't. I'd like to start off by saying thank you to my high school coaches, Coach Lawson and Coach Temple. They played such a pivotal roles in my high school career and also just my life in general. There hasn't been one big event that's ever happened in my life that Coach Temple didn't text me, ask me to take me to lunch, tell me congratulations. It's just a testament to the coaches and the relationships you build with them. A big thank you to my brother Bryce, who's not here, but he was the one that pushed me to play softball when I was younger. I don't want to get emotional talking about it, but I never wanted to play softball. I always said it was for boys. I always said that it was not something I'd be interested in. I was more interested in gymnastics, but looking back, I'm glad he did. He spent countless hours after work, after he played college baseball, and after his practices, he would spend countless hours with me, throwing me front toss and hitting me ground balls. Thank you to my mom, my stepdad Kevin, who are also not here, but my dad is here, and thank you to him as well. The sacrifices that they made driving me to my games. You don't really realize that when you're younger, but the money that they pour into you, the time and the sacrifices, spending the nights, they could have been doing things a lot differently than driving me to softball practice or to tournaments. Thank you for never allowing me to give up and to never allow me to settle, both in softball as well as in life, even when I doubted myself. A special thanks to my teammates, who a lot of them are still my best friends. Tiffany Ray, who is here tonight, which I met through softball, and a lot of other people. Just the relationships that you build through sports is what makes it so special. I'll remember when I was in high school and I would get stressed about playing well or if I wasn't doing so good. And my brother would text me and say, have fun, stop worrying, you're playing a game that you love with your best friends, and it doesn't get any better than that, and that is very true. Sports teach you a lot of lessons in life: leadership, perseverance, responsibility, determination, but by far my favorite thing that I gained through them was my relationships and the friendships that I built. So I'm thankful for all the people I got the privilege to play with. So thank you again to the foundation for this event and this honor, and I'm so grateful to be a small part of it.
Thank you, Morgan. Our next honoree, Miss Sarah Tuning Foster. From Springdale High School, she was on the swim and dive team in 2011. Sarah was a standout in Arkansas diving history. She enjoyed an undefeated 4-year career at Springdale High School from 2008 to 2011, earning the title of Arkansas High School Diver of the Year and state champion all 4 years. She set state records in 2008 and 2010 and was named a Speedo All-American 3 times, and was honored as the 2010 Northwest Arkansas Media All-Area Girls Diver of the Year. Continuing her athletic and academic excellence at the collegiate level, she competed for the University of Kentucky and later the University of Tennessee. She was a multi-time NCAA zone qualifier and SEC 3-meter springboard finalist in 2016 and a 2016 NCAA championship qualifier. Her dedication extended beyond the pool, earning spots on the All-SEC Community Service Team and the SEC Academic Honor Roll, along with being named a CSCAA Scholar All-American. I present to you for induction to the Springdale Hall of Fame, Ms. Sarah Tuning Foster.
Well, thank you so much to the foundation for this honor. It's good to see some familiar faces, and diving is not the most common sport, so many of you probably haven't met a diver before, but that's okay. It was the way that I really felt connected to the Springdale community, because my success in the sport, really, people took notice and they supported me so much in that. And in fact, a lot of football coaches, baseball coaches, bowling coaches had charge of the swim team during my time. And so it was a really, really great way to feel connected to the community. And it's kind of hard to take full credit for all the things that came together at the right time, just the way God made me. You know, I don't mind doing the same thing over and over, and really that's what makes a great diver. You just don't get bored of doing the same thing. So it's unique. I don't have the best hand-eye coordination, but at the right time, God provided a coach who we had a great chemistry. You know, he would tell me exactly what to do, and I just could understand it. So it was something that came so naturally to me. I thank God for making me that way and for connecting me to the community. Yeah, so just thank you to the foundation, and I'm thankful for my career. It got me to college and through college, and yeah. So thanks everybody, and it's good to see you. So thank you.
Thank you, Sarah, so much for that. Our next honoree, Mr. Kirk Eagle from Springdale High School Baseball, 1999. Kirk Eagle, son of Judy Eagle and the late John Eagle, is a proud native of Springdale whose life has been shaped by his love for baseball. At just 16 years old, he was named to the Babe Ruth Baseball All-Tournament team, a sign of a remarkable career to come, competing in the state tournament nearly every season. Kirk and his teammates carried the mindset that losing simply was not going to be an option. In high school, Kirk played a central role in leading his team to back-to-back conference championships. He delivered when it mattered the most, including a one-hitter to secure a spot at the state tournament. His dominance on the mound earned him recognition as All-State and two-time All-Conference selection. And he also delivered one of the most legendary pitching performances in tournament history when he threw 15 innings with 24 strikeouts, earning state tournament most valuable player honors in just 2 years. Kirk compiled a career record of 15 wins and 137 strikeouts. After high school, Kirk continued his baseball career at Crowder College, extending his time on the diamond while pursuing his education beyond athletics. He built a career in the field of education for 15 years before becoming an entrepreneur in real estate. Kirk also has found great success off the field. He and his wife, Kara, have been married for 18 years, building a life together rooted in family, hard work, and community. Today, Kirk Eagle's accomplishments as a player, professional, and family man stand as a testament to the values of perseverance, dedication, and excellence. I present to you for induction to the Springdale Hall of Fame, Mr. Kirk Eagle. Congratulations, sir.
Okay, I'm not big on public speaking. I just want to say thank you to the foundation just for the honor. A lot of stories I could tell, a lot of stories I can't tell, and a lot of stories that I've been told not to tell. But it's an honor like this that makes you look back and remember all of those stories. And I just thank the foundation for helping me remember those. Just a great time in my life, and thank you my friends and family, all the support, and just thank you everybody. Thanks.
Thank you, Kirk. Our next honoree, Mr. Guy Smith, from Springdale High School Basketball, 1978. He was born in Omaha, Nebraska, and moved to Springdale in 1971. Guy attended Southwest Junior High, where he played basketball under coaches Tommy Lester and Vernie Harris. From the earliest days on the court, Guy displayed a natural love for basketball and a determination to excel. He quickly rose through the program, earning recognition for his skill and leadership at the program and the lower levels before becoming a 2-year starter at the varsity team. By his junior season in 1977, he was named All-Conference, and as a senior in 1978, he received both All-Conference and All-State honors. Known for his hard work ethic, unselfish play, and commitment to team success, he currently resides in Farmington and has married his wife, Carol, for 43 years. They have 2 beautiful daughters, 5 grandsons, and a beautiful great-granddaughter. I present to you for induction to the Springdale Hall of Fame, Mr. Guy Smith. Not at all. No, go ahead. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I tell you, it's been a long 3.5 months when Don called me on this, and we were driving up to the Grand Canyon, and driving up the road, and phone rings. Don Tucker, who is that? You know, because I didn't personally know him, but anyway, he introduced himself and started talking to me a little bit about being inducted into the Springdale Hall of Fame. almost ran off the road, but I didn't. And it kind of shocked me. I didn't know what to think at the time. And I think, as Kirk said, it kind of makes you start thinking about your past. And, in your Springdale, your past in the Springdale school system. But anyway, I put a few things together. I want to thank the foundation, and also want to thank the board. Had someone on the board that kind of recommended me, was Kay Johnson Bowman. I don't know if she made it tonight or not, but it's a great honor to be here, and just more than I could actually say in words. I moved down here in 71, 72, and my uncle got me interested in basketball, and I lived right across the street from Southwest Junior High School. So in 7th grade, I started playing, and Tommy Lester was the coach. He kind of coached 7th and 8th, and then Bernie Harris coached the 9th grade. Well, you've heard of slow starters, right? So we were in one particular game, and Coach Lester comes walking down the deal looking for somebody to put in. He looked at me, shook his head, and just walked down the other end of the aisle. I said, that's not going to deter me. So I worked on it. I played anywhere and everywhere I could play basketball. Went to church at Temple Baptist. They had a nice gym as well. Played there all the time. Springdale Youth Center, and occasionally we were able to sneak into the high school gym, but not very often. I was able to work my way up to a starter at the 9th grade level. And then, of course, we went on to be a sophomore at Springdale High School. Sophomores didn't play a whole lot. But by the time I made a junior in high school, I became a starter. And we were so close that year. I think we made the semifinals in the state tournament. We were really, really close. By the senior year, once again, I made all conference and all state, but had a lot of great teammates, a lot of friends that really mean a lot to me. So my coaches, and I'm just going to name them, that mean a lot to me. We had Roy Fears. Some of you probably know Roy, Charlie Smith, even Hartzell Jones kind of drove the bus a lot. And then, of course, Coach Harris, who happened to make it tonight. I really appreciate that. So, my teammates, Gary Apon was a really good friend of mine. We're still friends today, still talk a lot, and just have taught me a lot about leadership. Little did I know what it prepared me for life a few years later. I have been married for 43 years. She's still molding me, by the way. I know Coach Harris only had a few years to try to get me in line, but after 43 years, she's working on it. I do have 2 beautiful daughters that are both here, 5 grandsons, and a great-granddaughter. So I really appreciate it. My little brother made it tonight. So once again, I'd like to thank the foundation for this great honor. And I love Springdale, and go Bulldogs. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Guy. Our next honoree is Mr. Stephen Guerrero from Springdale High School football, 1984. Stephen Guerrero was a 1984 graduate. He received All-State, All-Conference, Current Dream Team honors, and also received Northwest Arkansas Outstanding Player of the Year in 1984. Steve was a member of the 1983 State Championship team, and then he graduated at Friends University at Wichita, Kansas with a bachelor's in business. He has 2 children, Shelby and Zach, and 4 grandchildren, Alea, Alex, Ellie, and Raina. Steve currently resides in Wichita with his wife, Mary, and he recently retired on May 30th, 2025 after a successful 40-year business career with Sherman-Williams Aerospace. I present to you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to the Springdale Hall of Fame, Mr. Steven Guerrero.
All right, good evening. So bear with me, I have a 3-minute read, I promise. So first off, I'd like to give thanks to God for allowing me to be here tonight. I also want to extend my thanks to the foundation for this humbling recognition. And to big congratulations to all the inductees this year. This recognition goes beyond personal achievement. It symbolizes every coach who believed in me and every teammate. Honestly, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the team members. Success cannot be achieved in isolation. It requires collective effort. Football taught me that genuine success arises from giving your all in every practice and game. Who would have imagined that the discipline we cultivated both on and off the field would have shaped us who we are today? With that said, I want to give thanks to my mom for teaching me that respect is not freely given. It is earned through how you present yourself to others. This lesson has guided me in being a leader both then and present day. I would like to take a moment to thank Gerald and Rose Johnson, who taught me that everything in this world has a price, and were like second parents to me. I truly can't picture where I've been in life without their support. I would also like to thank Coach Williams. He wasn't just a coach, but a teacher, mentor, and role model in every aspect. I don't have many stories to share, except that I always aimed to stay on his good side, because I didn't want to be on the receiving end when his face turned red. Coach, thank you for instilling a can-do attitude in me and motivating me to pursue excellence. Your encouragement has significantly influenced who I am today. That same can-do attitude has enabled me to mentor several successful teams throughout my 40-year business career. And I'm pleased to say I was fortunate enough to retire on May 30th of this year. I also want to thank Coach Winberry. I had the privilege of playing for you when you were the head coach at Central Junior High and throughout high school. You instilled confidence in me and made me feel valued, not as an athlete, but as a person. And for that, I'm profoundly thankful. I want to thank all the team members once more, because without them, I wouldn't be here tonight. I will always cherish the memory of winning the 1983 state championship against West Memphis in a torrential downpour, sliding across the muddy field face first as the final seconds ticked away. I will always remember the 1984 team finishing the regular season undefeated and unfortunately losing to Fort Smith Southside in the playoffs. I will also remember walking the old hallways, having classes in the 3-story building, hearing the sounds of the band echoing in the background as the team ran onto the field before every game, and the gathering of both teams praying in the middle of the field after every game. Lastly, Coach Smith, I didn't forget you. Thank you for treating everyone fair and equal on and off the field. And last, I will always remember the nervous excitement of having to hide from Coach Smith in the parking lot as we attempted to visit the donut shop. And thank you again for this humbling recognition.
Thank you, Stephen. Our next honoree, Mr. Billy Ray Rutledge, Springdale High School Baseball, year 2000. Billy Ray is the oldest of 2 children born to Ray and Lucinda Rutledge. He's a 3-year letter winner in baseball and a 2-year letter winner in football. He also set SHH records in both sports. And during his 3 years of varsity baseball, he helped lead the Bulldogs to nearly 70 wins, 2 conference championships, and the school's only state championship. Rutledge's performance on the field, especially the diamond, helped him earn many accolades, including All-Conference in '99 and 2000, Democrat Gazette Top 20 in '99, All-State 2000, and a 5A State All-Tournament team in 1999 and 2000. Success followed into summer baseball as Rutledge helped lead Springdale American Legion success into its first district title in 11 years in the year 2000. At the conclusion of his prep career, Billy Ray was selected to play in the AHSCA All-Star Games in both baseball and football. He also continued his athletic career at Labette Community College, where he hit .330 as a freshman before transferring to Northwestern State University of Louisiana, where he helped the Demons win Southland Conference championships in both baseball and football. He graduated from NSU with a Bachelor's of General Studies before earning a Master's of Science in Sports Administration from Henderson State University, as well as a Master of Arts in Teaching from the University of Arkansas, Monticello. His dedication and passion continued into a 15-year career as head baseball coach at the high school level, including leading the Springdale Bulldogs from 2009 to 2014. Today, Rutledge runs his own travel baseball organization with 8 teams ranging from ages 9 to 16, as well as an indoor baseball training facility in Raleigh, North Carolina. He and his wife, Brittany, have 3 children, Archer, Ellis, and Anko. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the induction to the Springdale Hall of Fame, Mr. Billy Ray Rutledge.
I didn't have anything planned, but I figured since Eagle got up here and talked, I had to say something. First of all, I just want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to play 2 sports, not only at high school, but at the college level as well. Thank you to Donald Tucker and the foundation for this honor. I'm truly humbled and excited for this opportunity. It's really special for me to be inducted with 2 of my former teammates, Will Hine and Kirk Eagle, as well as former coach Kenny Matthews, who coached us when we were 14-year-old All-Stars. It's a humbling experience. My career and my success has a lot to do with not anything that I ever did. It was all the people that were around me. I was blessed with 2 amazing parents that traveled all over Kansas, Texas, Louisiana. They were at every game. They were there to watch me, pinch run and get thrown out at second trying to steal, or they were there for the 8-for-8 doubleheader. So they were there for it all. So I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. Thank you to my wife for putting up with me for 18 years as a coaching career. She's been there for all of that. And she has Coach McGinnis to blame for that because he gave me my first coaching job as the American Legion AA coach back in 2005 or 6. I don't know when it was. But it's guys like Coach McGinnis that wanted me to get into coaching. The passion and love that they put in, not just to sport, but into people. And I appreciate everything that they've all done. The landscape of youth baseball has changed a lot since I was growing up in Springdale. And one of the things, actually, talked to some friends the other night about this. And I truly believe that the way Springdale had it set up when I was growing up led to a lot of our success. We had not just great baseball men around us, but great men that were our coaches. Kenny Matthews was one of them. Warren Center, Jay Pounders, Roy Fears, Rick Ferris. I could go on and on, but those guys were there every day. Took time away from their families, put in the effort to lead us. And when we were playing, there wasn't travel baseball. You didn't go around and play on the same team with the same group of guys. The city championship was it. You know, we worked hard to win the city championship, whether it was 14 and 15-year-old Babe Ruth or 12-year-olds were playing the World Series out of Tyson Complex. We wanted to beat each other, and I think that led to a lot of our success because, what I've noticed in travel baseball is kids get plugged into a certain role, and they play with the same team for years and years, and those guys, they play well together, but the individual doesn't get developed as much because a kid that gets plugged into the 8 or 9 hole playing second base stays in that role until they move up. They played in that same role. But for us, we had guys that we didn't play on the same team. We played against each other. So if we were in a situation, guys that we expect to contribute, struggling, the next guys they were right there to step up because they'd been in that situation. They'd been the guy on their team. So it wasn't new to them. They were there, in that role as well. So we didn't have any drop off. We didn't have any letdown. Everybody knew what it felt like to be the guy. And so when we got to play together in high school, it clicked. It clicked well. We were able to win 2 conference championships and a state championship. And then I had the unique opportunity to come back and coach at Springdale and get to spend time with Coach McGinnis, not just as a coach and a mentor, but also as a colleague. And I remember my first or second year, we were having a conversation, and I was just talking to him about eligibility, how do we work through all that stuff, and he gave me some of the most encouraging advice that I could get as a coach. He told me, if I can keep Kirk Eagle eligible, you can keep anyone eligible. So, and I feel like I can only tell that joke because half those strikeouts that Kirk threw, I was behind the plate catching them. So, thank you again, Foundation, for this honor. I'm truly blessed and honored, and I appreciate it. And thank you again.
Thank you, Billy. Our next honoree is Miss Laura Wright from Springdale High School Gymnastics 2003. Laura Wright distinguished herself as one of the most accomplished gymnasts in Arkansas history. As a level 10 gymnast, she set the AAA state all-around record with a score of 38.30 in 2001, a mark that still stands today. And in 2003, she proudly represented the state of Arkansas in the High School Gymnastics National Championship, showcasing her skill and competitive spirit on a national stage. Her achievements earned her a Division I athletic scholarship to Centenary College of Louisiana, where she continued to excel at the highest level in collegiate gymnastics. As a standout member of the Centenary Gymnastics team, she helped lead the program to a national championship in 2004. A decade later, in recognition of her outstanding contributions and lasting impact, she was inducted into the Centenary School of Louisiana Athletic Hall of Fame in 2014. From her record-setting performance in high school to her championship career at the collegiate level, Laura Wright's legacy in gymnastics is defined by excellence, leadership, and a true passion for the sport. I present to you for the induction of the Springdale Hall of Fame, Miss Laura Wright.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much. We actually had a little conversation about this before, and my family was like, are you going to give a speech? I said, absolutely not. But here we are. I want to say thank you to my family. They've been my support my entire life. I started gymnastics when I was 8, which for gymnastics was kind of late. It was something I always loved. I was always the girl that did cartwheels down the sidewalk. I was walking on my hands. I was not an athletic child. I cannot walk. But what I could do was flip, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I found a love in it. Lots of grueling practices after school for hours every night. But Springdale Gymnastics gave me a place to renew my love for the sport. So it gave me a team that I didn't always have. Being a level 10 gymnast, there aren't a lot in the state. So a lot of times I was by myself or solo, and it was me and a coach, or me, a coach, and my mom. So Springdale Gymnastics gave me that opportunity to have a team and to have fun again. So that was a really wonderful thing for me, and a love that I still have today for the sport. I love to travel and watch gymnastics meets, go to national championships, and stay involved. I want to thank my parents for lots of things. Always driving me to and from practice, early mornings, late nights, weekends, weekend meets, shipping me across the country, whether it be a car ride or a plane flight, hiding the Oreos when I knew I couldn't not eat them, but also letting me eat the sprinkles in the cabinet when I was hiding in the middle of the evening. So gymnastics is always fun. I had 2 sisters growing up, and a lot of competitive rivalry there, but they were always there to support me. We kind of did that in the same way. If they weren't playing basketball or softball, I wasn't interested in watching, and if I wasn't competing, they weren't interested in watching. So I always had them in my corner, on my side. I had a great coach, Stacy, thank you. You were a judge for me first, and then I remember in middle school, I go to my first day in band, and I said, please don't ever make me go back. And Stacy said, I have a spot for you on my team. And I said, thank you, I would really like that. So that started 7:30 in the morning practices at Central Junior High, and those continued through all of high school. So I'm really appreciative of being here. Gymnastics has been a very wild ride for me, but very rewarding, a lot of fun, and has led me to where I am today. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Laura. And our last honoree tonight is Mr. Will Hunt from Springdale High School Football 2001. Will was born and raised in Springdale and is the youngest of 4 children of David and B.G. Hunt to graduate from Springdale High School, where he excelled in a variety of sports including basketball, track, football, and baseball. Football was where he truly found his niche. During his junior and senior years, Springdale posted a 23-4-1 record and won 2 conference championships with Hunt at the helm. He rushed for more than 1,500 yards and passed for over 2,400 yards while leading the Bulldogs to a run-oriented offense, and he guided the team to the 5A state finals in 1999 and the semifinals in 2000. He also earned Offensive Player of the Year honors in both seasons. His commitment, sportsmanship, determination, and passion for football left a lasting mark that inspired future generations of Bulldogs. And known for his uncanny ability to make the big play when needed, Hunt became a top recruit for Virginia Tech. He graduated from Virginia Tech in 2005 with a bachelor's degree in business management, and today Hunt runs Merrimack's Holdings in Springdale alongside his brother Jamie. He resides in Rogers with his wife of more than 17 years, Alex, and their daughters Kennedy and Reagan. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for induction to the Springdale Hall of Fame, Mr. Will Hunt. We'll give him a round of applause. He could not be here tonight, but we did want to share his accolades. That concludes the honorees for tonight's induction. I want to thank our sponsors, and then we're going to let all of our honorees back up here for one last photo. Have a chance for everyone to take those photos, but we want to thank our sponsors, Core Architects, Chick-fil-A, 5H Sports Photography, Under Armour, Tyson, Crane Automotive, and First Security Bank. Thank you once again for helping us out. The sponsors, we thank everybody at the facility helping us out tonight with a great meal. And please take time. There's little barcodes, and Donald may get into this in just a minute, little barcodes on your table. You can scan that and help participate in the Springdale Athletic Foundation. One last thing, did anybody watch the ball game last night? Do you guys watch the ball games at all? Springdale and Harbor put on one of the classic games last night, and hope you got a chance to watch that. The future looks bright for athletics here in Springdale, but it also needs your help. So if you can, scan that code or get with Donald, help donate to the foundation. and continued success for these athletic programs, okay? All right, we'd like all the honorees to come up tonight. We'll have one last photo, and you guys will have a chance to take pictures with your families as well. So all of our honorees, please make your way up toward the front, in front, wherever they'd like to have you pose. Just follow these guys. Let's give our honorees another round of applause.